Don't judge me. I'm preparing to go and take a shower. You are not coming with me for the shower, but that's not the point. I need to quickly talk about what came to my mind, because if you know anything about ideas, is if you don't share them immediately, they can leave your mind. So I promised to talk about circulation last time. What circulation is, why it's important. Circulation is the same principle we find, like it's a principle in nature. We find it everywhere in the human body, the earth, the plants, everywhere. Circulation is happening. Nothing is standing still. Things that are, well, a tree, of course, but still, things that are still, usually stagnation, anything to do that is the opposite of circulation is, it's like death in nature. So one of the books I read that I will highly recommend, even though it's a difficult book to read, is The Seven Hermetic Principles. This book is claiming that these are the principles of nature, really, given of how the universe works. The universe is a mechanical thing. It's a mechanical, it operates mechanically. Does that make sense? Like there's a way it operates. I'm not talking about God. God created the universe. I'm talking about the way the universe works. But you have to, no matter how much we are recognizing God always, right? There is also a need to understand the mechanism of how the universe works, because he did instruct you to kind of observe nature. So, circulation, breathing in, breathing out, circulation. A river flowing, it goes, streams, like the same, you can never touch the same water twice. It goes into even the ocean eventually. The plants take in sunlight, convert it to what, release whatever. There's some circulation going on. You know about the circle of life. You know about what else? I don't know. You've heard of things like it's better to give than to receive, or but all these are really, you can't give without receiving, and you can't receive without giving. Like, you have to be able to do both, to give and receive. You can't just hold on to things. Holding on to things, you end up being full of things. You don't even have space to receive more, and you could pop. It's like blowing a lot of air into a balloon. Eventually it will pop. It can't just take and take and take and take. And you can't just give and give and give and give and give and give, because if you give and give and give, you remain with nothing, right? You become depleted. Any cell that loses everything that it has inside will die. So giving and taking, it's all circulation. Breathing, it's all circulation. That's how nature behaves. So the thing with money is, well, it's not just with money. Even love, it just depends on what you decide to give. What you decide to give is what you are telling the mechanism to give you, because when you give it, you are provoking getting it back. Like, I don't know if you're getting me. If you want something, instead of waiting to receive it, give it first, because you then set in motion for it to come back. Okay, so once I understood this, you give kindness, give a smile to a stranger, but because we all want money, give money with your heart open wide. And I'm sure you know that doesn't mean it's coming back from the same person, but give, because there is something, this principle works whether you like it or not, you know, it works that when you start giving people genuinely from that place, understanding that the reason you have received something is so that you can share, you will see that you have more, that you don't lack. You can see that I want to drill it into your head because it's just a testimony. I just have really seen that it's true. I wasn't always that way, you know, but I have seen it's true. You will never lack if you give. I'm not talking about not using your wisdom, but if you genuinely have something that can help someone else and you know for you right there in the moment, you might not need it as much, give it, because you'll be surprised how these things come back. So anything that you want to receive, your job is to give it out first, because that's the only way it's gonna come. If you receive, you will notice at a point of receiving often that there is a need to give that will come. So really the trick is give what you want to receive and it will come back to you. That is the law of circulation. That is the principle that gets applied in, I said this last time, with the tithe giving. It's really a principle. So every time you get your money and you give that and you believe you're giving to the church is going to help someone, right? The reason why you're seeing that, oh, God gives you, they say he'll give you tenfold or whatever, is because the principle that he placed into this earth of ours is the one that's working. So understand the principle. It's not limited to tithe. It's not limited to money. It's really anything. Otherwise, I hope that helped somebody. Now I'm going to bath before the water stops being hot.